Hi, I'm Philip Kroom, President and CEO of Kroom Industries. I'd like to start with a bold statement. I believe that we can not only stop climate change, we can reset the clock on our climate to pre-industrial levels in about 20 years. We all hear about how bad climate change is. We hear that whatever your thoughts are on climate change, the problem is much worse. The truth is, the average person stops listening when you're always giving them bad news. They want someone to offer realistic solutions. As a former chapter chair of the Sierra Club Ohio chapter, I'm well aware of this. It is my honor to share with you our Reset 2040 campaign. For a few minutes of your time, I'd like to share with you a bold concept that gives us a tool to manage climate change with surgical precision. But first, I need to lay a foundation of some basic concepts. As many people already know, if we shine a ray of sunlight through a prism, we discover a broad spectrum of light that covers short and long radio waves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. If you take any chemical element and heat it to a high temperature, it will emit frequencies in a unique color of light. If you put the same element, when cooler, in front of light, it will absorb the same frequencies and color. Every element in the periodic table can emit and absorb light in unique frequencies called Fraunhofer lines. In our atmosphere, we have gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, and water vapor that all have different Fraunhofer lines. Water vapor and carbon dioxide in particular absorb infrared energy that translates into heat, which gives us our natural greenhouse effect. As we add more carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, we are pushing the climate to absorb more heat. So here's the big question. If we know that carbon dioxide absorbs infrared energy, which creates heat, and that the more carbon dioxide we add to the atmosphere, the warmer it will get, what would happen if we have a second layer of carbon dioxide that also absorbs infrared energy? Would it reduce or dampen the amount of infrared energy being absorbed by the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere? I call this second layer a solar filter. It only blocks sunlight for carbon dioxide. To follow up that idea, if we put all of the carbon dioxide added to the atmosphere since the start of the Industrial Revolution, everything driving climate change, and put the same amount of carbon dioxide in the solar filter, it could dampen the solar energy reaching Earth so that it will absorb infrared energy at pre-industrial levels. Obviously, this is going to be a big project, but extraordinary ideas like this require extraordinary evidence. I believe that if we start soon, we can build this in about 20 years or by 2040. But before I can start development, I need to show the world the science is valid, and I need to run an experiment to prove this concept works. There's a link to a concept paper below for those who want more information. If this works, we will save nations and cities near oceans from rising sea levels. We will have fewer intense hurricanes and typhoons. We will save nations and cities that depend on freshwater rivers fed from glaciers. And we will save nations and cities with large farming regions from multi-year dry or wet seasons. We can end climate change. If you are ready to support this idea, there are 3 areas where I can use your help. First, I need your financial support to run a science experiment to show the world this works. If you've always felt like climate change is too big of an issue, now is your chance to actually do something. Any funds you give above and beyond the project request will cover R&D costs for new technologies related to the development of a solar filter. Every dollar makes a difference. Based on sponsorship tiers are different items you can be proud to show others how you made a difference. And perhaps you might also consider giving on behalf of someone else too. I'm asking early sponsors to start with our GoFundMe page at the link below to help with operating expenses for Kroom Industries. Those that do so will get special recognition. The second area where you can make a difference is to share this with others. Please share this with family, friends, co-workers, and anyone else you believe cares about the future. Let's make this a successful campaign. And third, please keep your faith and hope. We can and will have a better and more positive future. Thank you for your support.